One thing I never want to do is lie and make it seem like I have everything figured out when I don't. I'm literally learning just like everybody else. And lately, I've been in this creative block slash rut, and I'm out now. Thank the Lord. And I do have some really good ideas that I'm going to start doing for, set design. But I just thought I'd come on here and tell you guys about some of the things that I do to get out of this rut. And I have done research. I'm not crazy. I literally know what I'm doing and what I'm talking about for this specific thing, it is something that I use constantly. And I've just taken certain things that I've done or I've learned throughout the way, and I put it all together in this list, and I do it every single time. And every time I come out with a great idea. So I'm gonna share some of that today. Hi, my name is Nakia, and I'm a set designer, and I want to start making motivational content for artists. So if you are an artist, like most of you are, welcome to this channel. I have written everything down on my little iPad. You know I'm getting the use out of this, okay? And can we just talk about how organized everything can be? And I have the Notion app. So I made a little content thing, and it's really helpful. I suggest you go get Notion if you want to be more organized, because it definitely helps. So 10 ways to break a creative block. That's what I've titled this. And I will start by saying I listen to podcasts, specifically lately Mel Robbins, and she had a doctor on there, Dr. Rangan Chatterjee. And he went on this podcast and he talked about the 4 pillars of health, and it includes movement, rest, nutrition, and connection. And it's so crazy because when we think about health, we literally just think our daily lives and what that looks like. But I've applied these pillars to my creativity, and I guess just my mental health. So yeah, it definitely all adds up and makes sense. So the first thing I have down is to take it easy, take it slow, and rest. I don't think that we listen to our bodies enough, and I feel like we feel guilty for sleeping in, taking a nap, but sometimes we really need to listen to our bodies and just sleep, especially for women, because I just feel we have our menstrual cycles, and I don't know, I just feel like we have a whole lot extra built on us, inside wise, if that makes sense. And so I think it's just so important to just sleep. Sometimes you just need to put what is not working out. Like if you're stuck on a painting, or you have this creative block, I think sometimes you just need to put it down and take a rest. Go spray some lavender on your sheets, jump in your comforter, and sleep it off. And wake up feeling rejuvenated, and I have a water pitcher next to my bed. So when I wake up, I drink my glass of water, whether it's a nap or whatever it is, I start with a glass of water. And in my house, it's so crazy, is the right temperature. I make sure when I sleep, it's this cool temperature because my blankets are a bit heavy. But I'm telling you, that literally works wonders every single time. I also have this opinion where I feel like rest is productive. Getting 8 hours a night, 7 to 8 hours a night, that's productive. Taking a nap, that's productive. If you feel like it's not working out, or you're angry, if you have tried all these other things and it's not working, take a nap. That's productive. I feel like it's going to just reset, and you're going to wake up feeling more relaxed. And if not, don't worry. Don't worry. We got some other things on this list that can help you. Number 2, eat a bomb breakfast. Yes, because when you fuel your body, you fuel your creativity. That is just a known fact. When you eat, you're literally energized and ready for the day, and then, you start creating, and you can think better, you can think more freely, you can think out of the box because you've had a good breakfast. And then to top it off, make a little bit extra. You might have to wake up a little bit early in the morning or on your day off, add some blueberries, add some fruit, make a little smiley face with your eggs, something like that. But I would not recommend something heavy. I do enjoy a waffle, but I have had to cut out the pancakes because they just make my stomach feel so heavy, thus making me more tired. And like, that's never a good thing. Like, after you eat, going to sleep right after, especially in the morning, I don't feel like that should be what your body is doing. You should be energized and ready to go, ready to create something, ready to go to work, whatever. Number 3 would be introduce aromatherapy into your bath or shower time. Like, I have this eucalyptus here and it literally smells so good. I bought mine from Amazon, and I've also bought it from, there's like a girl around the corner and she owns like a really nice African shop, and she sells like a whole bunch of these. She sells like African soap bars, so much. It's so nice. But yes, I love these. They even have on Amazon these like little tablet things, and you could put it in your tub drain, and the hot steam makes the eucalyptus go into the air. And I'm telling you, I don't know what it is about after these showers, but everything is opened up. My brain has opened up, my nostrils, my chest, and it's just so relaxing. So yes, do this. But I also have like these bath, like if you want to take a nice bath, I have these recipes. So one is a citrus bath. I'm a citrus girly. I love smelling like a piece of fruit. You add the butterfly pea, you pour in the boiling water, you kind of like let that steep. You add in the fruits, whatever fruits, like lemons, oranges. I do lemons and oranges, grapefruit, whatever you want. Just to like make it really pretty and stuff. And then you squeeze a little bit of the lemon juice inside of the infusion that you just made. And then you pour that into your bath. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. See what I did there? And then if you don't like citrus, there is a lavender oat bath that I usually do. And you can buy oat milk. I usually make oat milk by blending the oats and the water, and then you use a mucin cloth and you squeeze out the remains. Like you squeeze out, like that's the milk, and then you add that into your strainer and everything with dried lavender leaves. And yeah, you just boil that, steep the lavender leaves, and then pour in the oat milk. Give that a nice stir. And you pour it into your bath with a little extra lavender seeds just to make it really pretty. And there you go. You could also add some bath salts if you want. That would literally help. And sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. It's optional, but it is there. And taking this bath or shower is going to relax you. It's going to relax your mind. It's going to make you feel good. And then this is where you can literally spray the lavender on your bed sheets and have a good night's rest. Do this at maybe call it an early night, 7 p.m. Do this and then go to bed. I'm going to tell you, that's the best sleep you're ever going to have, okay? I have a holy grail full of recipes for my bath. So weird, but so nice. Number 4 would be meditation and mantras. Look, you need to have a quiet meditation moment where you quiet your mind and just speak life and existence and love into yourself, into your creativity, whatever it may be. And I do have some mantras for you guys that I usually say. I wrote it out. And when I'm feeling stuck in my creativity, or if I'm feeling like, I'm not good enough or my art is not good enough, I wake up at 6 in the morning and I meditate. And then after, I will say these things. I release all pressure and allow creativity to flow freely. I trust my creative process even when it feels slow. That's the one I really need. I really say that all the time. Inspiration is always within me, waiting to be awakened. Every moment is an opportunity for a new idea. I am open to creativity energy in all forms. Love that one. This one, I love this one. I am not stuck. I am simply in a creative recharge. I think that's important to stop looking at it as us being stuck. And maybe we're just recharging for a bigger moment. Something big is happening and you're going to need all your energy. So you need to rest. You need to fuel your body with food. You need to meditate on this moment because something big is about to happen and it's going to require all of your energy and you need to recharge. What a different way of looking at it. What a different way of looking at it. I like that one a lot. And then my other one that I have is every creative block is just a pause before my next breakthrough. Hello. Pause for the moment. Take a minute for yourself. Gather everything in. Recharge. Rehype yourself up. Because you're about to break through. Something big is coming. I can see it. I can feel it. You know? I release perfectionism and embrace the joy of creating. That is a big one because I struggle with wanting everything to be literally perfect. I want the dimensions to be perfect. I want the sizing to be perfect. When I glue something down, I want it to be perfect. That's a hard one to let go of, to release perfectionism and embrace just the joy of creating. Enjoy creating. Or this is what I said before, romanticize your art. Enjoy it. Love every minute of it. You know, nothing is ever going to be perfect. And we only grow from the last experience. Okay, that's enough with the mantras. If you ever want more, let me know. I have like a nice little collection of them. So let me know and I'll drop some more mantras for you guys. And number 5, my favorite one. This is something that I feel like maybe because I'm so visual that this really speaks to my heart. But it is music. Put your music in and imagine scenarios. It sounds crazy, but I know you do it. And I do it. And I'm not ashamed to say that I do it. I will put my headphones in and I will take a walk or I will lay down and I will just imagine different scenarios of what I like. I don't know how it works for everybody else, but I'm a set designer. And so with a set designer, I feel like I picture little movies that I've created in my head and the set that I made. So I put everything where I want it to go. I literally fit the little puzzle pieces in and I just let my imagination take the wheel. I just flow. And I swear to you, I wake up with the best ideas ever. This is one thing. If you are stuck, this is it. Or if you are in this recharge and you need a little pick me up, put them headphones in, maybe not at full blast, and imagine. I just feel like by imagining scenarios, that's how movies get made. That's how photography gets thought of. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you aren't that visual or you don't like doing that, you could always just imagine your future self hyping you up. Or imagine your future self doing the things that you want to do. That's another good way. Number 6, I feel like this falls into the category of movement. Now, not everybody, when you're in that state of mind, not everybody wants to get up and do a 40-minute workout and go lift some weights and, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes that's just not it. And that is okay to listen to your body and take your time. But I would recommend walking first. Don't not move because you need to move. That's the, the middle part is you literally need to get moving. But try walking around your block for 3 days in a row. And then after the 3 days, I promise you, it's like a walk in the park. And you can increase the time, do a couple more blocks for another 3 days, just to kind of get out of that like feeling so heavy. And once you've reached that, then you can start doing your 40-minute workout. You know what I mean? Where you could lift weights and jump, skip rope, whatever you may do. I don't know what your workout plan is, but sometimes I just feel a little bit too heavy to do a heavy workout. So, or I will do yoga. I will walk for 3 days. I'll usually do yoga as well. I always do yoga in the morning. But you can try that. It's just something about the magic number 3. Do it for 3 days straight, and it like lifts that heaviness feeling off of you. Number 7 would be vitamins. Invest in your health. Literally, you need vitamins. Especially if you are 30, if you are a grown woman, you need your vitamins. I recommend Ritual because they have a multivitamin for women. And they also have this prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic. I take those as well. And then I do the Bloom green drink. I also add a little extra ginseng and ginkgo biloba. Oh, Lord Jesus. Ginkgo. Other than the Ritual vitamins, I also take ginkgo biloba vitamins, and that is for memory and focus, reducing brain fog, improving blood circulation, supporting mood, and reducing anxiety. So, ask your doctor, but those are my daily vitamins. I take them every morning with my breakfast or before my breakfast when I wake up in the morning. Like, you know what I mean? That's the first thing that I get done. It's a habit of mine, and we'll talk about habits maybe in the next video. But anyways, invest in your vitamins. Please, 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 please. You are too old to not be taking vitamins. That's crazy. There's vitamins for your joints. Once you start getting 30, them bones don't move like they used to. Number 8 is take yourself on a date. I mean it. You deserve it. Sometimes you don't need your friends to go everywhere with you. Sometimes you need that quiet time, and it's like a little sparkle of joy when you take yourself on a date. And it's also exciting too, because sometimes you may get a little bit nervous, but you got to step out of that comfort zone, step out of that box and try something by yourself. I usually go to restaurants, and a recommendation when you go to a restaurant, eat by the window, sit by the window, let that sun shine in on you. Okay. And you get to see life pass you by when you sit at the window. Like, I don't know, sometimes I'll just like to people watch, and I just like to enjoy nature, whatever I'm looking at. Usually it's a good sight. So I sit by the window, and I would recommend that. But sometimes I pretend that I'm a food critic. It's like, and you know what? Sometimes restaurants believe I'm a food critic too. Like, I'll just like sit very poised, and I'll eat, and I'll like make this face like I'm thinking of a number or what to say for like my blog. And then I'll start taking pictures and videos. Trust me, it's so fun. I literally, like, sometimes I go out and I pretend like I have a totally different job title. Nikia the food critic. But often, like, I think the next date that I'm going to go on is to the museum, because nobody really wants to go with me, and I don't have a special man in my life. So I think I'm just going to take myself, because why not? The only thing though is sometimes I want my pictures taken, and I just might have to ask a stranger, which can be on my to-do list of going out by myself to kind of get myself out of that like nervousness. But yes, date yourself. You need to date yourself. It's important for both creativity, inspiration, and not settling when someone comes in to your life, someone special comes into your life. So, another fun one is wear your best fits for a whole week. Go in your closet, pick out things that are cool to you, style it different, try new things out. And this is where you can apply the take yourself on a date, because then, you take that fit and you get to enjoy going out with it. I just feel like creativity starts with how you show up, and it literally can start in your wardrobe. It can start with your hair, trying out a funky new hairstyle. It can start in your makeup, doing a little shimmer that you wouldn't normally do. I feel like experimenting is so fun, and it just breathes inspiration and creativity. And then you start thinking like, oh my God, I did a little sparkle today. And as a photographer, I want to add sparkle into my next shoot. I want my client to wear this makeup, and then I want to design around it. I want to have her be a fairy, actually. You know what I mean? Like it just keeps on building and building and building, just from something that you did differently today. You wear a new outfit, you try a new outfit on. It's like, wow, I can see myself drawing this character in this outfit. Maybe tweak a little couple things. That's another idea. Or even if you are just a singer or a dancer or anything, I just feel like dressing up makes you feel so beautiful. And that's like literally gender neutral. Like dressing up makes you feel so beautiful. And like I said, it breathes inspiration. It breathes creativity. It breathes new ideas. Number 10, I would recommend always affirming yourself in the mirror or through thoughts as you go throughout the day, and listening to motivational podcasts. I don't know what it is about me. I turned 30 and went straight to podcasts. Like, I love podcasts so much. And a lot of people out here are making really good podcasts other than, the other certain people. But I just love some of the ideas that people are coming up with. Like, again, Mel Robbins, love her down. Okay. She gets it. And it's just so insightful. It's so educational. I love how she gets doctors to come on the show and give actual educated facts. And it's we think that we're weird for feeling this, when in reality, it's something more than that. For example, I was listening to her last podcast about trauma. Hold on, let me go find that one. Actually, let me find the name for you. Okay, so the name of it is Why You Feel Lost in Life, Dr. Gabor Mate, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, on trauma and how to heal. If you feel lost or stuck in life, today's episode will help you understand the root cause of trauma and how childhood experiences shape you throughout your life. When I listened to that podcast, I feel like I couldn't shut up about it to my friends and family for 3 days. I was so amazed. Trauma starts when a woman is pregnant and she stresses and it goes into the baby. That is I don't have kids, so I feel like, why would I know that? But hello, you have unpacked things that, you may not know about whole time. It's not your fault. It is not your fault. Now, that's not excusing everybody's behavior, by the way. So, yeah. But podcasts, listening to something motivational. I do have a couple affirmations that I say to myself. One thing I struggle with right now is body positivity. So I normally, every day, I repeat in the mirror, my body is beautiful. I sometimes don't feel like I'm enough. So I make sure I say in the mirror, I'm enough. I'm more than enough. I deserve to be loved. You know, I don't have a relationship right now and I feel a little like down about that, but no, I am worthy of love. But I have a couple other ones when it comes to creativity. And it kind of like goes in with the mantras too, but creativity flows through me with ease. I am full of brilliant ideas, even when I can't see them yet. My creativity is limitless and always available to me. I trust my creative instincts and let inspiration come naturally. My art is my art. Because that's so true. Your art is your art. Is your art. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's what I have for affirmations. You know, you could always create your own based on how you're feeling. And number 11 is hang out with your friends. Oh, you didn't think I was going to add that one, but I did. Sometimes you need to leave whatever you have going on at the door. You know what they say when you go into a job or when you go into school, you leave your personal life at the door and you come in to that job or you come in ready with a new mind. I feel like that's the same when you hang out with your friends. Of course, you know, you vent to your friends and everything, but if you're just like in a creative rut, leave whatever idea you have at the door and go out for the sole purpose of just having fun. Just have fun with your friends. Just laugh. I want you to laugh so much your abs hurt, your stomach hurts. Like, you know, that laugh that is just like in the middle of the laugh, you think of how much joy this moment is like bringing to you. And you think like, wow, like I really needed that laugh. I really needed that. And you never know, by listening to your friends, they can inspire you. My friends inspire me. My friends help me work through ideas. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe a part of the night can be you explaining to them how you're feeling and what you're going through and what you may be stuck on. And, you know, they can give a new insight and perspective to things. And they could breathe life into your work, thus giving you that recharge that you need to go out and create. It's really amazing what friends can do. So to wrap things up, I just wanted to say that I have done all of these things recently because of my block. And now I'm working on something that's so great. And I'm literally in love with this piece. And it's so funny because it's building and building and building into something bigger. And I like that for myself. I truly encourage you to do one or two of these things today and just see how you feel. I promise you, your creativity is not gone. It's just waiting for you to spark again. It's just waiting for you to fuel that fire once again, and it's gonna come back. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I will see you next time. Bye.